This video will be a full tour and documentation of this 2003 Honda Civic LX sedan.
This Civic sedan is painted in the Radiant Ruby Pearl exterior color.
The front door panels do have storage pockets. It does have power windows and power door locks, along with power mirrors.
This LX has the beige interior color scheme and cloth seating is standard.
Front seats are manually adjusted. And now, let's go ahead and start it up. On the remote, you've got the buttons for lock, unlock, and panic.
So there's not much to say about the Honda Civic that hasn't already been said. It's easily one of the most popular and well-known cars ever, and for good reason, as it's proved for decades to be an excellent choice for those wanting something affordable and very reliable. It's also built up a good rep with driving enthusiasts, with legendary performance variants over the years like the SI and Type R. The model debuted back in 1972 and was initially a subcompact, although eventually it grew in size to a compact. As of the 2022 model year, the Civic is now in its 11th generation. This 2003 model we have here represents the Civic's 7th generation, which was produced from model years 2001 through 2005. The 7th gen Civic was made as a 4-door sedan, a 2-door coupe, a 5-door hatchback, and a 3-door hatchback, although the hatchback 7th gen Civics actually had entirely different styling inside and out from the sedan and coupe. While the US and Canada never did get the 7th gen Civic 5-door, they did receive the 7th gen Civic 3-door hatchback, although you could only get it there as the sporty SI trim. For 2003, Honda introduced a gas-electric hybrid variant of the 7th gen Civic sedan, and 2004 saw the 7th gen Civic get a mid-cycle refresh, which most notably gave the lineup some minor revisions to the exterior styling. In Canada, the 7th gen Civic was also sold by Honda's Acura marquee as the 2nd gen Acura EL, which was a rebadged, more upscale version of the Civic. The US market Honda Civic was offered in 3 different body styles for the 2003 model year, which are a 4-door sedan like we have here, a 2-door coupe, and the Civic Si 3-door hatchback. Trim levels for 03 include DX, the coupe exclusive HX, LX as seen here, EX, and the hatchback exclusive SI, as well as the sedan exclusive Civic Hybrid. There's also a variety of available engines and transmissions. DX and LX models have a 1.7-liter inline-four engine that makes 115 horsepower, while EX models get a more potent 1.7-liter four-cylinder with VTEC, making 127 horsepower. The efficiency-geared HX model has a lean-burn VTEC E 1.7-liter inline-four with 117 horsepower. The Civic Hybrid pairs a 1.3-liter inline-four with an electric motor, and the SI Hot Hatch uses a 2-liter iVTEC inline-four that makes 160 horsepower. As for transmissions, every 03 Civic variant comes standard with a 5-speed manual. DX, LX, and EX models are also available with a 4-speed automatic, and HX and hybrid models can also be had with a CVT automatic. The SI is manual only. Notable competitors for the Civic in 03 included the Toyota Corolla, Ford Focus, Dodge Neon, Chevrolet Cavalier, Subaru Impreza, Hyundai Elantra, and so on. In Honda's 2003 US lineup of sedans, the compact Civic sedan is the smallest, slotting below the midsize Accord sedan.
The instrument cluster houses 4 analog gauges, including your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge. And with the button right here, you can toggle in the little digital display between mileage, trip A, and trip B. It has a 4-spoke design steering wheel. There are sport grips at 10 and 2. On this side, you do have the controls for your cruise control. And it does have a tilt steering wheel. Got some storage for the driver. Your cruise control master switch, along with your power mirror controls. Air vent for the driver. Got your exterior lighting stock. And on this side is your wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, got your hazard light button, air vents, got your radio head unit with a CD player. Very simple controls for your single zone climate control, just different zones, temperature, fan speed, recirculation, air conditioning, rear defrost. Below the head unit, there is some storage. Power outlet, 2 cup holders in front of the gear shifter, a little bit of storage. The vehicle's parking brake is hand operated. Got a center console with some storage. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors. Your overhead lighting. And there are grab handles at all 4 corners. Just a very simplistic, minimalistic interior. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the engine bay, but not before rolling down the driver's window. The driver's window is automatic down.
The rims of the Civic LX are 14-inch Steelies with hubcaps. The 03 Civic LX gets its power from a 1.7-liter naturally aspirated inline-4 engine. It's a single overhead cam 16-valve power plant, and it puts out a modest 115 horsepower at 6,100 RPM and 110 pound-feet of torque at 4,500 RPM. That power is sent to the front wheels of this Civic via the optional 4-speed automatic transmission with low gear selection. Running on regular unleaded with a 13.2-gallon fuel tank, the Civic LX Automatic gets an estimated 29 mpg in the city and 38 mpg on the highway. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and a double wishbone rear suspension. Stopping the Civic are front ventilated disc brakes and rear drum brakes. Curb weight for the LX sedan is roughly 2,500 pounds.
As you saw earlier, the fuel cap is located on the driver's side. There's a storage pocket on the back of the front passenger seat. As someone who's about 6'1", my headroom is limited. My head is hitting the roof, but for a compact car, legroom doesn't seem to be that bad. I can fit my feet below the front seat. The front seat, I would probably be comfortable driving in the way it is right now, and my legs are touching it, but it's not completely uncomfortable. Not the most spacious, obviously, but definitely not the most cramped ever. Single exhaust.
The trunk of the Civic sedan offers 12.9 cubic feet of cargo space.
Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2003 Honda Civic. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.